Hello everybody, welcome back to Art Smart. And by the way, I apologize for my house being kind of disrupted here. Look, I have a kid and we're making room for his stuff now that he has all these toys, and so now my once beautiful art room is looking like a storage locker. Sorry guys. Anyway, today I'd like to talk to you about Cartoon Craze. It is a series of DVDs that were released and sold at Dollar Tree stores, and from what I'm reading, you could also sometimes find it at other bargain bin kind of places before they started getting phased out. It looks like a couple of years ago. For the most part, most of these cartoons kind of flooded the market, and there are so many sources for public domain cartoons that these don't appear to be selling regularly in the stores, at least as a first run sell anymore. Now, one thing to be aware of though is if you're looking to pick up some of these cheap DVDs, they're really not that cheap. If you're looking online, some of these are selling an individual disc, which typically has somewhere in like 8 to 10 cartoons on it. These are actually selling anywhere from $5 to $10 when these originally sold for $1. So it's really not a very good deal to find these online at this point. Honestly, is this something that you should be going out and spending money on? The answer is no. Why is that? Because you can find these cartoons for free. You can find them easily online. You can find them on YouTube in many different cases, sometimes in better quality prints than you can find here. You also can find them on streaming if you have things like Roku or Chrome, I don't know, any of those devices that are out there that allow you to do streaming. You can find all of these cartoons on plenty of places because there are lots of public domain websites and streaming devices at this point. So is it really worth getting these? No. But if you are a cartoon collector, it is somewhat convenient to have a DVD, oftentimes with a number of cartoons that you might like in a particular style together. So they're not bad if you can find them for a cheap price. The problem is finding them for a cheap price. Another good thing is they are somewhat attractive. Yes, it's in the cheap black slim lining, but usually they have a decent picture on the disc, which is nice if you're putting together like an accordion-style DVD folder to look at the cartoons. It just looks kind of nice. And they usually have a decent cover and some screenshots that they have. So it does look somewhat attractive if you like to just fill up your cartoon shelf with cartoon stuff. They have it on all of these. They have relatively similar formatting, as you can see. And again, I apologize as always for glare. Eventually I'll get a better setup here so you don't have to put up with that. So you kind of get this kind of look on most of these DVDs. Now, when I talk about quality, these are just whatever they can find. They do nothing to clean them up, and they don't worry if the titles are out of sync. Sometimes you're going to have sound that's out of sync. Sometimes you're going to have the replacement title card placed up there instead of the original, especially when you get to like the NTA cartoons. So this is not going to be the highest of quality. However, if you do want to have these together, like for example, if you happen to be one of the rare people that really enjoy these Toonerville cartoons that are kind of obscure and that most people don't seem to know about or care about at this point, you might want to pick this up, and go, hey, this was a thing back in the 1930s, and these are cartoons that are kind of forgotten, and they're a little bit better than you might think. Now, it does have a number of other cartoons on here that have nothing to do with Toonerville, so don't think that everything on here is the subject that is the title of that collection. But there's several on here. I think there's 3. So I don't think there were 3 Toonervilles anyway. So they have them together here on this disc, and it's just convenient to have them together on a cheap little DVD. So should you buy these? No. It's not really worth your time unless you really, really, really want to have a large collection. However, they are cool to have if you can find them in a yard sale for 25 cents. That's about the only way that I'd suggest getting it. Other than that, you can find these online, all of these cartoons online, easier, cheaper, and maybe even arguably more convenient because you just got to find them with your Roku stick or whatever. Hopefully this makes you a little bit more art smart, and you'll come back for more cartoon reviews. Bye-bye.